brought a sick one to this yet. Pick the party up, we gon' pick the party up. Shots down, we gon' pick the party up. Come another round, we gon' pick the party up. Any party people pick the party up. Pick the party up, we gon' pick the party up. Shots down, we gon' pick the party up. Come another round, we gon' pick the party up. Any party people pick the party up. Go straight shots down, Don Julio. 1, 2, 3, 4, get your woman on the floor. Gotta get up to get down like Julio. Patrick Tracy, Ocho Loco, and I'm sipping on a foe. Loco that is, I smoke all there is. I ain't listening, fuck the haters. She said she wanna party, so I know what it is. Summertime living, we all go where we live. I took a few minutes on my busy schedule to make this fiesta crack just like some eggs, yo. I tell a bad girl to Lego my good dro. I let her party, she wanna party cause she said so. Who came in here just to take the edge off? And who's in here to raise their whole fucking heads off? We gon' party hard, yeah, until it gets soft. And pick it up again right where we left off. Pick the party up, we gon' pick the party up. Shots down, we gon' pick the party up. Come another round, we gon' pick the party up. Any party people pick the party up. Pick the party up, we gon' pick the party up. Shots down, we gon' pick the party up. Come another round, we gon' pick the party up. Any party people pick the party up. Tryna ride my wave, boogie boy. When I step up in the spot, you smell that goodie, boy. Get on go, what you being moody for? We out here trying to function, it's a really so party people. Ain't nobody on the wagon here. Pick the party up, bras and panties on the chandelier. Brown and clear, don't mix, but we mixing it. Pick the party up, your shit sucks, so we fixing it. Double fixing it, and I'm twisting it. Party pooper, why you over there trying to throw that hissy fit? She about to throw that ass, man, you missing it. Pick the party up, right now, you ain't listening. We getting loose, I spike the juice. We cannot lose, only winners in the crew. Only winnings, all we do, pick the party fool. And we gon' pick it up, cause that's all we do. Pick the party up, we gon' pick the party up. Shots down, we gon' pick the party up. Come another round, we gon' pick the party up. Any party people pick the party up. Pick the party up, we gon' pick the party up. Shots down, we gon' pick the party up. Come another round, we gon' pick the party up. Any party people pick the party up. Party up. Pick the party up, party up. Pick the party up, party up. Pick the party up, party up. We come alive in the nighttime. They ain't got it like us. Nah, they ain't got it like us. If I'm lit, it's the right time. That's the right place. Who said they got me like what? They ain't got me like, I'ma hold this shit down. 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 I'ma shut this shit down. So watch me come alive. So live, I've arrived. Give me 5, I'm on it 5, and I'm so hot for nothing but the vibe. I defy while you abide by guidelines. 100 rounds with the top in my sightlines. All grind, hard working when I write rhymes. Me and Buddha, yeah, we act like a hive mind. It's nighttime, they ain't got it like who? Super damn, yeah, I went and got it like you. Look, big homie told me they ain't gotta like you. They just gotta respect your hustle, got it like true. I'm at it like ooh, yeah. Blowing that la 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 la. And listening to your blah blah blah. I'm about money and then tie ya. Nighttime, they ain't got it like us. Nah, they ain't got it like us. If I'm lit, it's the right time, that's the right place. Who said they got me like what? They ain't got
All right, and just like that, we are live. Welcome to RotoWild, the Jungle Live. With me, Bolts Bolton, I'm here to take you through today's NBA slate. All right, we got a nice big slate today to get through, and I'm not going to be on here long with you guys, but I will get you a lineup that you can play today to earn yourself some cash. Me, Bolts Bolton, a little bit about myself, 19,000 wins on FanDuel, 24,000 in prizes on FanDuel alone. Here we go for today's NBA slate, so let's go ahead and get started. This is looking good. And I have the spreadsheet here ready for you guys. A couple players listed, but mainly we want to focus on what I have here listed with the games. All right. So, first thing, highest totals listed there on the left in blue, Brooklyn at Charlotte, and we got Dallas at New Orleans. Also, I have highlighted Brooklyn at Charlotte there with the highest 3-game total, regarding historical data. So you can see that there, and then you can see the second game as Dallas New Orleans. All right. The other big game of the night is going to be the Clippers and the Lakers. And you can see that total listed at the bottom there at the 677. All right, so still you got the Brooklyn and Charlotte with the highest game totals. Now, I've been looking at all kinds of different players to get us started today, but I think I got a general idea of what I want to take us through, and so we're going to go ahead and get started. Do not forget that on RotoWild.com you can find our article, Big Game Hunting, taking you through the best choice of today's slate. All right, join RotoWild. Membership is free. Our community is free to join. Our community are our winners. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get started here, editing a main slate lineup. Also, our chat is live, so at any time that you'd like to chime in, go ahead and chime in, and I'll open up the chat now by asking our first question: who is the best play on today's slate? Who is the best single play on today's slate? So what do you guys think? Go ahead and chime in there with your answer so we can start our discussion. Who is the best play on today's main slate? Alright, go ahead and start the debate there, guys. Alright, so let's get this started. Now, I'm going to clear this lineup out, and we're going to go ahead and look at a few different things here. Now, in this game, Atlanta, Minnesota, you can see I have the total here at 639, but Vegas has the total at 230 along with these other two games. Okay. They have Minnesota at 83% likely to win at a 9-point spread. Also, I have them the highest in total, pace, and with the best matchup. So that means my first player that I want to spend money on, and the one I'm going to spend up on, is going to be Karl Anthony Towns. Okay. The next player that I'm going to start looking at are here in this Clipper game. Okay. Now the Clippers, you see, I have them second in total points per game, pace, and they're playing the Lakers, who are coming off a back-to-back. So I do like the Clippers to have a nice night. A couple of the Clippers that I like a lot: Lou Williams, Gallinari, Tobias Harris, and Montrez. And I feel like these are the 4 strongest Clipper players. All right, so there we are. Those back to the good-looking fantasy lineup there. Right, so you see, I put on Lou Williams, Gallinari, Tobias Harris, and Montrez. I feel like having these players is going to give us this late game coverage, so we don't get blown out, even if our tournament lineup is competitive to that point. So we still have 4 players coming that are going to really help us out. Now, of these 4 players, I'm thinking about maybe dropping 2 of them to scatter around some earlier guys. One of the players that I'm considering is Kyle Kuzma, who's in between Harrell and Harris. So he seems like a nice off-team fit, even though he's still in our late game, right? We had Kuzma, another one of these players I was considering that I'm really love is gonna be D'Angelo Russell. So D'Angelo Russell there, he's in that high game total that we've been looking at, and there's a lot of value at shooting guard. You got Josh Hart, you got a couple other guys that I think could be having big nights at shooting guard. You got Monk, Hart, Avery Bradley, Burks. I feel like Burks is a really great choice around this area too. Right, so as I mentioned, I may want to fade one of those late plays, and maybe if someone like Lou Williams, someone that comes off the bench in this late game. I just don't know if there's going to be tons of minutes for Lou Williams, no matter how well he's playing, right? It's like if he's playing well, they blow out the Lakers, and if he's not playing well, then he's not going to get you a lot of fantasy points. I don't know. I'm not sure about Lou Williams at the moment. So then I got Burks there instead of Lou Williams, and I put D'Angelo Russell. The other player that I love is Doncic, right? Because Doncic is in this high game total, the other one of the 2 that we were looking at, right? I've got Brooklyn Cha and I've got Dallas New Orleans, right? And I think we're gonna need some big name players out of these 4 teams: Brooklyn, Charlotte, Dallas, New Orleans. We're gonna need somebody there to help us ride through those games. So the first of those is going to be Brooklyn, Charlotte. And then there's Kemba Walker there. And he looks like a pretty good choice up at the top, Kemba Walker. He had a 53 last game, which is about as good as he can do. And if he doesn't, repeat that again, then he's going to cost us some value. So I'm not sure you want to pay up for him there. Well, this player has become popular today also. Kurix here at 6,300. He looks like he's a much better value, and you could replace one of your Clippers, right? I'm not sure I want to do that yet either, but I don't feel like playing both Harris and Harrell is a great idea. And when I compare the 2, it feels like against the Lakers to me, it would be more of a Harris night than a Harrell night. Last night looked like more, a few nights ago against the Spurs, it was more of a Harrell night. But you never know, he could be just starting to get really hot. He's a pretty hot player, he's a streaky kind of player. So it's tough replacing either one of these guys. But again, you got Kurix here, Rondae Hollis Jefferson there. I both feel like one of the 2 guys is going to go big because they're in this odd total game, So it's a tough one there. And then you got Kyle Kuzma as well. So some of these other positions, we can go ahead and start filling them in. I know at this spot, I really like Derrick Rose if I'm not putting Kemba Walker there. And I know in this spot that I'm playing my friend TJ right there. All right, so none of these 2. One of these 2 spots. Look at the old guy contributing. Look at him go. You could take the old guy, Or we could take this young guy. I prefer to go with the young guy, and then if you see, it leaves us with the exact amount to come back and take Curricks. So there you go. This is going to be one of the plays. All right. The idea here is that our 7 o'clock guys can get us some points, Russell and Curricks. Then our 8 p.m. guys will keep us competitive until our late guys, Gallinari and Harrell, ride us through the rest of the contest. So this is the lineup, guys. Go ahead and run this one out there. I told you I wasn't staying on long today. We can go ahead and check the chat. No one's really joined us there on the chat, so looks like that's going to be it. This is what I'm advising you guys to run out today in the main. Go ahead and play it, and I wish you guys luck, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right. Bye.